Good morning, dear cadets. So yesterday I taught you stereochemical aspects of nucleophilic substitution reaction, and I have promised you will teach you the how we are telling that this is dextrorotatory, this is levorotatory. So I have promised you there is one rule, CIP rule, Cohen-Ingold Prelog rule. Okay, that is also known as EZ system and RS system. Okay, so just see, today I am not teaching those system because alkyl halide has got 4 types of reaction. First one is the nucleophilic substitution reaction, which I have completed properly. Next one is the elimination reaction. Third one is the reaction of alkyl halide with metals, and fourth one is rearrangement reaction, and one more reaction is there, that is the reduction of alkyl halide. Okay, so basically in NCERT book 3 types of reactions are given. One is nucleophilic substitution, second one is elimination, third one is reaction with the metals. So first let me complete the elimination reaction and reaction with the metals. Definitely I will teach you EZ system and RS system, or you can say CIP rule, so that very easily you can determine which one is the dextrorotatory and which one is the levorotatory. It requires just 10 minutes. Probably tomorrow I will teach that one. Okay, so just see, today just concentrate on this one, elimination reaction. That is the property of alkyl halide. We are in the chemical property of alkyl halide. So what are the elimination reaction? Last year only I taught you the reaction in which atoms or group of atom eliminate or remove from same carbon atom or adjacent carbon atom. That reaction is known as elimination reaction. Okay, once again listen, atom or group of atom remove from same carbon atom or adjacent carbon atom. Okay, this reaction is also called dehydrohalogenation reaction. Dehydrohalogenation reaction. So try to understand what is the meaning of dehydrohalogenation. Already I wrote, D means removal, hydro means hydrogen, halo means halogen. But remember, name is dehydrohalogenation, but hydrogen and halogen will not eliminate together. Hydrogen will eliminate with somebody else and halogen will eliminate with something else. Okay, so but from the alkyl halide, halogen and hydrogen will remove simultaneously. Hydrogen will go with one more substance and halogen will go with other substance. Okay, when I will teach you the reaction, then you will come to know. So name is dehydrohalogenation because 2 things are removed, hydrogen and halogen. Okay, remember, each point is very important. Dehydrogenation takes place in presence of alcoholic KOH. Okay, nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place in presence of aqueous KOH. I wrote here aqueous KOH, and this one dehydrohalogenation takes place in presence of AlCO, means alcoholic KOH. I wrote here. Now these 2 things I will explain later on. I wrote in the box, then you will come to know. Always remember, aqueous KOH always brings nucleophilic substitution reaction. Let it be SN1 or SN2. Alcoholic KOH always brings about the elimination reaction. Okay, next one is the major product of alcoholic KOH is the major product of elimination reaction is, write down here, elimination reaction is alkene. Okay, it is also known as beta elimination. What is the name of this one? Beta elimination. Actually the alpha, beta, gamma, delta, this is in IUPAC system how we are numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. But in Greek system, carbon atom, functional group carbon atom is alpha, next carbon atom is beta, gamma, delta. So this is the Greek nomenclature system. The carbon atom near to the functional group carbon atom. Soon after functional group carbon atom is known as beta. Last year I taught this one. So it is also known as beta elimination because from beta carbon atom H. H means proton. I am not writing here H positive. Simple I wrote H. Okay. So H is abstracted. You can write H positive also. There is no problem at all. H positive is abstracted or hydrogen is abstracted. Okay. Elimination require more energy, hence carried out at higher temperature. Okay. So these are the introductory point of this reaction, elimination reaction. Now I have to teach you the chemical reaction. Okay. So just see here. Okay, just see here examples. Okay, suppose I took this one C H H H C H H and this one is Br. So this Br is attached with this carbon atom, so this is alpha and the next one is beta. You can take next one is gamma, then next one will be delta. Okay. Now suppose you are treating this compound with KOH and you are treating this one with aqueous KOH, then very simple reaction is there. Nucleophilic substitution reaction would be there, and what would be the product? H C H H C H H, here here OH plus KBr. Simple substitution is there. OH will substitute this one, and what would be the product? Product is alcohol, ethyl alcohol, CH3CH2OH. This is KBr. Okay. But just see here what you have taken. Aqueous KOH. And now in aqueous KOH, this K it will dissociate into K positive and OH negative. Actually in aqueous KOH, what is there? Now just see. Okay. Now write same reaction with alcoholic KOH. This is not required for you. Now which I am going to write, that is required for you. See, this is H, C, here H, here H, here C, H, H and here Br. Plus here just take KOH. Which KOH? Alcoholic KOH. And now just see, heat is required. This is only elimination reaction example. Now just try to understand here. Okay. This is alpha, this is beta. Okay. Now see here. Here, of course, KOH will attack here. KOH, see, this is the case. Alcoholic KOH is there. Now see. KOH will dissociate. Alcoholic KOH also dissociate into K positive and OH negative. But this OH is not hydrated. How? Just will tell you. Actually here what would be the product? See, this OH will abstract this proton. Okay. So now here product will be H2O. Okay. This H and OH. Now just see here what is left now. Here C, here H, here H. Of course here double bond will be generated. This double bond will go here. This bond will be here. Now Br and KBr. So here C, here H, here H plus H2O plus KBr. So why this difference is there? Now try to understand. In aqueous KOH, see, aqueous KOH dissociate into K positive and OH negative. And since it is aqueous, so this OH is hydrated by water molecule. Just see, this OH is surrounded by water molecules. So when this OH is surrounded by water molecules, so it can't abstract proton, it can't abstract hydrogen. Just see this hydrogen. Here this OH is hydrated, so it can't abstract this hydrogen. Okay. So now what it will do? It will replace this one. Now it is helpless. That OH is hydrated, so cannot abstract proton from adjacent carbon atom. Okay, so when it can't abstract this proton, then it will do one thing. It will replace Br from here and it will attach here. Okay, that is why aqueous KOH brings about substitution reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction. What about alcoholic KOH? Just see, alcoholic KOH, this is KOH, K positive and OH negative. Now this is does not get hydrated because water is not there. Aqueous means watery. Here what is there? Alcohol is there, water is not there. So this OH does not get hydrated. Hence it is free to abstract one proton from adjacent carbon atom or beta carbon atom. Beta carbon atom. Okay. Now just see, this OH has abstracted this beta hydrogen from here. Okay. Then what would be there? Alkene is the product, ethene is the product. I hope that you understood why aqueous KOH brings about substitution reaction and alcoholic KOH brings about elimination reaction. This is the reason. Okay, in aqueous KOH, OH nucleophile is hydrated by water molecules, so it is not free to abstract one proton. It can do one thing, that is the substitution of Br. While in case of alcoholic KOH, it is not hydrated, hence it is free to abstract this proton. Okay, so this one you have already studied in nucleophilic substitution reaction, and for elimination reaction you require this reaction only. Now we can take another example also. Okay, just try to understand. Suppose I am taking this one, H, here also H, C, H and H, and here Br, plus here what is there? KOH. So now just see, this is alpha, this is beta. Okay, so this proton will be abstracted, this hydrogen will be abstracted by alcoholic KOH. You have to write here alcoholic KOH. So what are the product? HCH, and here H, here what is there? CH, here double bond CH and H. Now here KBr, this KBr will come out, plus KBr, plus what is there? H2O. This proton and OH equal to H2O. Now what is the product here? You can write this one, CH3, CH, double bond CH2. What is the name of this one? Propene is the product. So in case of elimination reaction, main product is alkene. Okay, no problem at all. This is ethene and here propene. Okay, so up to here I don't think any problem is there. So elimination reaction main product is alkene. Now do another thing. Now this is 1 degree alkyl halide. Suppose 2 degree alkyl halide you have taken. Then in 2 degree alkyl halide, 2 beta carbon atom is there. Just write 2 degree alkyl halide. Just see, CH3, here CH and here CH3. Here what is there? Br. It is better to take bigger one. Okay, just see, 4 carbon atom, just see, CH3, CH2, here CH and here CH3, here what is there? Br. Okay, so now just try to understand. Now this time this will be the alpha carbon atom, this will be beta, this will also be beta. So now your problem start. Now from here also hydrogen may be abstracted, from here also hydrogen may be abstracted. If it is reacting with KOH, alcoholic KOH. Okay, if it is reacting, then from here also hydrogen can be abstracted. So there are chances of 2 types of product. Let me wipe out this side, will write. This is the only, then Set-Jef rule will come into effect. And last year Set-Jef rule I taught you, the alkene which is highly alkylated, that would be the main product. Okay, just see. Okay, so in NCERT book they have given 5 carbon atom alkyl halide. So we'll take that only as an example. Just see. C 4 and 5. 2 degree alkyl halide you have to take. Br. Fulfill the valency. This is CH3, CH2, CH2, and here CH3, here CH. Now this is alpha, this is also beta, this is also beta. Okay. So now 2 degree means 2 beta carbon atom would be there. Now it is reacting with alcoholic KOH. Here write AlCO. Okay. So now here just see this one and this one. Now try to understand here alcoholic KOH. Now let us number it. Beta 1, this is beta 2. Okay. So now this product is fixed. KBr plus H2O. Here also in second case KBr plus H2O. Now suppose here write abstraction of H from beta 1. Here also abstraction of H from beta 2. Okay. So first beta 1 H will be abstracted from here. So the product is CH3, here CH2, here also CH2, here what is there? CH, here double bond CH2. You can write this one in this way also, CH2 and H. Okay, here also CH and H. Okay, so now in case of beta 1 this will be eliminated, in case of beta 2 this will be eliminated. Okay, now Br must be with K, it will be eliminated. So double bond is generated here. Just see what is the name of this one. 1 2 3 4 5. This is pent 1 ene. Okay, now eliminate from this one. So what is the product here? CH3, here what is there? CH2, here what is there? CH, here what is there? Double bond CH, and here what is there? CH3. So now here what is there? 1 2 3 4 5. What is the name of this one? Pent 2 ene. Okay. Now just try to understand. This is the major product. This is major product. Now this is minor product. This is only 20%. What about this one? This is 80%. So on what basis I am telling that this is the major product, and on what basis I am telling this is minor product? Now try to understand. There is one rule, Set-Jef rule. SA by TE, Set-Jef rule. According to this rule, alkene which is more alkylated are substituted. Alkene which is more alkylated or substituted is more stable. What is the meaning of alkylated? Around, I am writing here, around double bond more number of alkyl alkyl group. Around double bond, more number of alkyl group should be there. More number of alkyl group should be there. Around double bond, more number of alkyl group should be there. Now just see. Here around double bond, just see. Only one propyl alkyl group is there. Only one alkyl group. Now here just see. One side this alkyl group, another around double bond. Okay, which is double bond? This is double bond, na? Means with double bond here, what should be there? With double bond, more number of alkyl groups should be there. That alkene is more alkylated or substituted. Okay, so just see around double bond here 1, 2 alkyl group is there. Here around double bond only one alkyl group is there. This side no alkyl group. So this is less substituted. This is more substituted. Here you can write more substituted. More substituted. Here less substituted. Less substituted. Okay. So now in this way, when 2 degree alkyl halide is there, you can write down their name also. What is the name of this one? 2-bromo-pentane. 2-bromo-pentane. This is 2 degree alkyl halide. In case of 1 degree alkyl halide, there is no problem. Alkene will be the product. Here also alkene is the only product. But here you will get the 2 different types of alkene. And one will be the major product, other will be the minor product. Which will be major product? Which is more alkylated. And which will be the minor product? Which is less alkylated or less substituted. Both words are same. I wrote here. Alkene which is more alkylated or substituted is more stable. Hence major product. Hence major product. Okay, no problem at all. In this way elimination reaction is over. I took this particular example because in NCERT book they have given this example only. One thing. Second one thing, regarding the hydration of OH in case of aqueous KOH, in NCERT book they have given in the box. And what was the heading? Elimination versus substitution. So their meaning is a bit difficult. I taught in simple language. So if you wish, you can see. That is the page number 301. Okay. Why aqueous KOH brings about substitution reaction? Why alcoholic KOH brings about elimination reaction? In this way, elimination reaction is completely completed. Okay. Now let us move to the actually, there is one question, why alkene which is more substituted is more stable? Okay. Alkene which is more alkylated or substituted is more stable. Hence major product. Why alkene which is more substituted is more stable? Each substitution, I am writing here. Each substitution to understand, just see, this is CH2 double bond CH2, and now try to understand, replace here one H minus H and put here one CH3, CH double bond CH2. Now replace this H, this side H also. So CH2 double bond CH3. Okay. So this is substitution or not? This is substitution. Okay. Now further you substitute. Now see, still here H is there. So keep, now substitute this H and bring here CH3. Still just see, still replaceable H is there. Okay. So each substitution release some amount. Each substitution of hydrogen by R group, alkyl group, release some energy, hence brings stability. Just see, energy is released. Energy is released, so system will be in less energy state, hence more stability. Means each time H is if substituted by R group, then some amount of energy will be released, and form alkene will have less energy, hence more stability. Each substitution of H by R group release some energy, hence brings stability or more stability. More stability. Okay, so this is finished now. Okay, next one is reaction of alkyl halide with metal. Okay, so reaction of alkyl halide with metal. Okay, so when alkyl halide react with metals, organometallic compound is formed. What are organometallic compound? Organometallic compounds are those compound in which metal is directly bonded with carbon atom. Metal is directly bonded with carbon atom. You might have heard about this compound, TEL, tetraethyl lead. This is anti-knock substance. Anti-knock substance. This is used in petroleum. Grignard reagent. Just see, one by one I will teach. Just see. Tetraethyl lead formula is this one. C2H5 Okay. Now just see. If you are making their structure, so it would be like that. C. Here what is there? H. C. Here H. And H. Here also just see C. Here H. Here C. Here H and H. Here also C, H, and here what is there? H and H. Here also what is there? CH. Here also CH3. So there is a bonding between, lead is metal. There is a bonding between carbon and metal directly. So this is organo. Organo means carbon. Metallic means metal. There is a direct bond between metal and carbon atom of organic compound. Such kind of compound is known as organometallic compound. It's okay. Now this is the first example. Now remaining example like Grignard reagent and all these things will tell you. Now will tell you reaction of alkyl halide with the magnesium. Automatically you will understand what is the Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent is synthetic reagent and it has got great importance in organic chemistry, because with the help of this one, alkane, carboxylic acid, aldehydes, ketones, so many compound can be prepared, and it is very, very important reagent. Okay, so reaction of alkyl halide with magnesium. Okay, so just see here. Take one alkyl halide. Okay, suppose I took this one, CH3Br, and their reaction with magnesium. Okay, this is method of preparation of Grignard reagent. Method of preparation of Grignard reagent. Just see here, method of preparation of Grignard reagent. Here what should be there? Ether should be there. Ether is stabilizer as well as solvent. Okay, and here absolute moisture free. Absolute moisture free environment. Moisture should not be there. Now just see. This compound, this is methyl bromide. It will react with the magnesium. And what it will form? CH3MgBr. What is the name of this one? Methyl magnesium bromide. Okay, methyl magnesium bromide. This is only Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent. So there is a general formula of Grignard reagent, that is RMgX. Okay, RMgX means alkyl group magnesium and halide. Okay, so all these comes under the category of Grignard region. C2H5MgCl. Don't take fluorine. C2CH3 or C3H7MgBr or I. Okay, all are Grignard region. This is the general formula of Grignard region. Formula of Grignard reagent. Okay, this is reagent only because it is used for the synthesis of so many organic compound. Now try to understand what is the function of ether and why absolute moisture free environment is required. Just try to understand. Ether, I am taking diethyl ether. Actually this Grignard reagent is highly reactive compound. What is this one? Highly reactive compound. Okay, highly reactive compound. Just try to understand why it is highly reactive. Just see, R, Mg and X. Okay, actually it is a covalent compound. There is a sharing of 1 electron between R and Mg. Around the magnesium, how many electron is there? 2 electron is there. Okay, so this one and now this one. Now try to understand here. Around the magnesium only how many electron is there? 4 electron is there. 2 and 2. The octet is not completed. While the octet of halogen is completed. Similarly, octet of this one is also completed. In place of R, you have to take the C. So H. Suppose I took here CH3. Okay. So now just see here. 3 hydrogen means 3 pair, and this is the 4th one. So the octet of carbon is completed, octet of halogen is also completed, but octet of magnesium is not completed. Now this is the only reason, that is why it is a highly reactive compound. Now just see the function of ether. Now write down here R, here Mg and here X. Now ether I am taking diethyl ether. C2H5O, C2H5. This is diethyl ether. Around the oxygen, 2 lone pair is there. 1 pair is functional, other pair is non-functional. So this is non-functional lone pair. Okay. So take its 2 molecules. Write down here C2H5O. Here what is there? C2H5. Here also take C2H5O. Here what is there? C2H5. Here this one and this one. So this is non-functional. What is this one? Non-functional. And here also the upper one is any one you can make. Out of 2 pair, one is non-functional. So this is non-functional. What is this one? Non-functional lone pair of electron. Now this will make coordinate bond. 1 pair of this diethyl ether, another pair of this diethyl ether will make coordinate bond with the magnesium. In this way the octet of magnesium is completed now, because these lone pair electron of diethyl ether of oxygen has made the coordinate bond. So now ether is here solvent plus stabilizer. Okay. Now just see, it is Grignard reagent is organometallic compound. So just try to understand. See, if I am writing the structure of this one, CH3, so how you will write their structure? CH, here what is there? Mg and here Br. So there is a direct bonding between carbon and magnesium. Magnesium is metal, that is why it is an organometallic compound. Okay, so it is organometallic compound. One more property of Grignard reagent should be studied here only. Now try to understand here. Okay, I am rubbing this side now. Okay, Now try to understand. See, Grignard reagent, this is the structure. Okay, C H H H. Here what is there? Mg. Here what is there? Br. What is the electronegativity of magnesium? 1.5. 1.5. What is the electronegativity of carbon? This is 2.5. 2.5. This is 1.5. Okay. So carbon is more electronegative than magnesium. Actually, between carbon and magnesium, there is a covalent bond. What is this one? Covalent bond. But due to difference in electronegativity, this is polar covalent bond. What is this one? Polar covalent bond. Okay, polar covalent bond. This is slightly negative. This is slightly positive. Actually, this is 36% ionic. Okay, actually it is the covalent bond only, but 36% ionic character comes because in the difference in the electronegativity of carbon and magnesium. This is electronegativity. What is this one? Electronegativity. Electronegativity. This is also electronegativity. Electronegativity. Okay. So difference is there. This is 2.5. This is 1.5. So difference is there. Because of this difference, the bond pair of electron between carbon and magnesium shifted towards the carbon atom. So this will become polar covalent bond. What is this one? Polar covalent bond. 36% ionic. And during the course of chemical reaction, this will be broken from here only. So this will be the positive part and CH3 alkyl group will be the negative part. Okay. Now the answer of this one, why absolute moisture free environment is required. Actually, Grignard reagent is very reactive compound. Okay. If moisture is there, just see here. Okay, I am rubbing this one. Need of, just write down the heading. Need of moisture, absolute moisture free. Just a minute. Let me rub properly. Okay. So absolute moisture free environment is needed. Just try to understand. Moisture means water molecules. Okay. This is CH3. This is Mg. This is Br plus what? Moisture means water. Okay. Now this is slightly negative. This is slightly positive. This is H positive. This is OH negative. Okay. Water. Now just see. This is polar covalent bond, 36% ionic. Bond will be broken from here. So the positive part of this one will go to the negative part and the negative part will react with positive part of this one. Now just see. Here what would be there? CH3 and H. Okay. So CH3H plus what is there? Mg, OH and Br. Okay. Now OH will be attached here with Mg. So now what is this one? This is methane. What is this one? Methane. And what is this one? Hydroxy magnesium. Hydroxy magnesium bromide. Hydroxy magnesium bromide. What is this one? Hydroxy magnesium bromide. Okay. Not only this one, Grignard reagent react with active hydrogen containing compound. Okay. Grignard reagent react with active hydrogen containing compound. Okay, just see. Grignard reagent, write down here. Grignard reagent react with active hydrogen containing compound. active hydrogen containing compound, active hydrogen containing compound. Okay, what are active hydrogen containing compound? Where hydrogen is bonded with, where H is bonded with ONX like more electronegative atom, okay, means you can try to understand. Water, H is bonded with O, NH3, H is bonded with N, then HX. Now hydrogen is bonded with more electronegative atom like X. Now you can write here HCl, HBr, Hi, etc. So Grignard reagent react with active hydrogen containing compound and form alkane. You can write the reaction, just see. This is Grignard reagent, CH3 MgBr. Okay, water reaction just now I have completed. Suppose this is reacting with ammonia. Ammonia can be written HNH2. Okay, so this is positive part, this is negative part. Here what is there? This is negative part, this is positive part. So here what is there? This is CH3H. H will react with this one, and another one is Mg, this is Br, and here NH2. Okay, similarly here H3MgBr. You can make their reaction with some other active hydrogen containing compounds. So I hope that hydroxy magnesium amine, what is the name of this one? Hydroxy magnesium amine. Okay, like that other reaction can also be completed. Suppose this is reacting with HCl. So what would be this is also active hydrogen containing compound only. So the positive negative. Here what is there? This is CH3H plus what is there? MgBr and Cl. So this is chloromagnesium bromide or bromomagnesium chloride, and this is methane. What is this one? Methane. Here also what is there? Methane. Okay, so just see. Alkyl means Grignard reagent react with active hydrogen containing compound and form alkane. Not only this one, Grignard reagent is synthetic material for the synthesis of so many organic compound. In upcoming units you will understand their synthetic importance. So just one word you write, Grignard reagent is synthetic reagent for the synthesis of so many organic compound like alkane, ether, aldehyde, carboxylic acid, etc. Okay, so thank you. Now still one more reaction is left, that is reaction with sodium. So we'll complete tomorrow. Thank you. I hope that you can watch the things which are written upper side also. Okay, thank you.